was that? Oh my god. Dr. Yuri? Yeah, come right in. Come right in. Oh, hello, hi. Hi, Dr. Yuri. I have all the data for partial pressures calculated, and after 3 months, I'm halfway through the density of atmospheric fluid of it. According to our theoretical concerns, of course, if it were to exist for your simulation, if you'd like, I can begin the groundwork of the pre-research into accumulation of molecular substances per square millimeter, although that may be a bit of prognostication on my part. My simulation, huh? Stanley, my boy, have a seat, please. Of course. Yeah, sure, of course. Yes? Yes, Dr. Yuri? Stanley, come on. How many times have I told you to call me Harry? Never. You've never told me to do that. How is my favorite grad student? I'm fine. Yeah, actually, I'm great, to be honest. Perfect. And your mother? She still have hypertension? Yeah, but she's on some new medication. I don't think I've ever told you about that. Stanley, you are aware of what these calculations are for, correct? Of course, we've been working on this model of Alexander Oparin and John Haldane's early atmosphere for months, and now it's almost ready for us to simulate. Ugh, this is going to be incredible. Yes and no. See, Stan, it's almost ready for you to simulate. I'm completely honored, but this is our work, sir. This is our research. This is our pride. Stan, I didn't even want to do this in the first place. I told you from the beginning this was too precarious of a PhD thesis for you, but the immense passion and care you've had is my pride, Mr. Miller. I know you sleep here some nights because you don't have a life, so I can't really think of anyone else who I would rather run these tests. Like, this is your experiment, man. Mr. Harry? I don't know what to say. I can't do this by my... What if something goes wrong? What if my calibrations are precise? Come on. I'll give you 24 hours to think about it. That should be enough. You'll be fine, kid. Now get out. I have very important business to attend to. Yeah, this is good. I think I'm gonna have, guys. Good night, Dr. Yuri. Or Harry. I should do it, right? No, what? You'll ruin everything Yuri and the other lab workers have built for so long and make a fool out of yourself. But Yuri believes in me. Yeah, so does your mom. That doesn't mean this will go well. If you're so concerned, I don't know, make a pros and cons list. What am I, 12? No, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. What we're doing here could change the course of theoretical science as we know it. Maybe I'll see my name in textbooks and kids in some advanced biology class will know who I am. I need to do this. I have a soup to make. You'll be fine. It's gonna be great. Mudrug! My friend! Who was that? Oh my god. Good morning, Stanley. I'm John Haldane, creator of the Primordial Soup hypothesis, circa 1929. I'm sure you know the one. And I'm Alexander Oparin, creator of the Primordial Soup hypothesis and writer of The Origin of Life, 1924. I'm sure you've read it. Wait, okay, I'm insane. I'm clinically insane. This is great. No, you're not. And in case you were wondering, we're not dead either. I'm here in the beautiful Soviet Union, and John over there is in England or something. But that's besides the point. We just wanted to make sure you understood the background of theories before you go and test them. Trust me, I know everything I need to know. And why don't you have a Russian accent? I don't know. Why do you sound like a teenage girl? That's fair. Well then, this should just be a bit of a refresher. In my book, The Origin of Life, I wrote that organic compounds came from colloid aggregates called coacervates, which were formed from the aqueous environment of early Earth. Coacervates were able to absorb and assimilate organic compounds from the environment, which is essentially like a sort of metabolism which leads to evolution and eventually organism. Brilliant work, really. It was an incredible read. Right. Well, in my hypothesizing, which was completely independent of Operin over here, I hypothesized that early Earth was essentially a solar-powered chemical laboratory, in which there was no oxygen, but there was carbon dioxide, ammonia, UV radiation. Yeah, and that soup became a hot dilute soup in which multitudes of monomers and polymers eventually developed lipid membranes and other kinds of structures and led to the first life forms. Well, yeah, it looks like your studies have served you pretty well. Thank you. I actually have a couple books in the works if you're interested in... Would you look at the time? You seem entirely capable of conducting these experiments. Best of luck to you from the both of us. I have some tea and scones waiting for me in England, so... Toodaloo. Very well. Do swidania. Wait! Okay. Thanks, guys. Yuri? I think... No. I know I'm ready to start. Of course you are! Look at that. You are right on time, too. Good work. Everything's there in the storage room for you to use. I will be getting a head start on my mental health week, so if you don't mind. Are you sure that everything's ready? You look pretty comfortable over there. Of course it is, kid. I did not win a Nobel Prize in Chemistry for the discovery of deuterium, helped develop the atomic bomb, and put Washington, Indiana on the map for nothing. Everything is there. Did you know I know Niels Bohr, like personally? I personally know Niels Bohr. Thank you. Also, as your doctoral advisor, I am academically obligated to take care of you, so yes, everything is there.
C'est si bon de partir n'importe où, bras dessus, bras dessous, en chantant des chansons. C'est si bon de se dire des mots doux, de petits riens du tout, mais qui en disent en langue, en voyant notre mine ravie. Les passants dans la rue nous envient, c'est si bon de gaieté dans ses yeux, une esprit merveilleux qui donnait le frisson. C'est si bon, ces petites sensations, ça vaut mieux que millions. C'est tellement, tellement bon. C'est bon. C'est bon. Voilà, c'est bon. Les passants dans la rue.
Doc! It's done. To you, gentlemen, I present to you the Miller-Urey experiment. Using a highly reduced, continuous running stream of gases, methane, ammonia, hydrogen, and water, exciting the gases with electricity, we have simulated the early atmospheric conditions Operin and Haldane theorized to have been responsible for the abiogenesis some 3.5 to 3.8 billion years ago. The suggestion that life began as a pond or an ocean resulted from the combination of chemicals in the atmosphere with energy to create amino acids is one of 4 parts of the theory that Operin and Haldane came up with some 30 years ago. It is part 2 in this 4-part theory. Atmosphere and energy exposure yields simple organic compounds. This soup that Dr. Urey and I have worked on simulating for the past few months essentially became the early atmosphere. Earth had a chemically reducing atmosphere which was oxygen poor. Compounds accumulated in the soup at various locations such as shorelines, ocean vents, and other areas. After performing the experiment in 1953, Miller went on to receive his doctorate in chemistry in 1954 for his work in abiogenesis and received an Operin Medal for his work in 1983. A decorated and acclaimed doctor, Miller went on to have 8 doctorate students of his own, each going on to continue his legacy in chemistry and his work on abiogenesis. Though the hypothesis Miller worked to validate still remains controversial in the scientific community, Miller's work to validate abiogenesis itself, the second part of the theory of Oparin and Haldane, remains a staple in the community of biochemistry and a testament to his love of the sciences. Oh, one more thing. They did all the work at the University of Chicago. This is embarrassing. Okay. Yep, good stop.